What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, cloud swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. I'm traveling still, so I got one computer. You guys gotta bear with you guys gotta deal with that. I don't know. I'll do the best I can. But I see you guys piling into the room. Good morning to Al. We got Albert in the house. Good morning to Bill, Eric, Fabrice, Jay, Jeremy. Good morning. We got Joe, JT, Martina, Ryan, all my peeps out in YouTube land. Like I said, I'm traveling, so I got one screen. Can't see the comments. Not yet, anyway. But you guys are awesome. Everybody out in YouTube land, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. What a wild day we had yesterday. Man, we had a wild day. Like, this candle doesn't even sum up the. I mean, I guess it kind of does, but not really. All of it was a timing. I was looking for this. I even said pre-market. I was like, I think I still want to buy the dip. That's what I want to do. I want to be a big buy the dipper. I was right, kind of. uh, this part was strange, right? So we were holding, I think it was from yesterday's. We pretty much bounced off yesterday's lows, or actually Wednesday's lows. I was looking more on, yeah, I was looking more on Wednesday's lows, and we were kind of holding that right from the beginning of the day. We kind of did a double bottom. That candle looked like a little bit of a trap. We started to sell a little bit further. I was like, oh man, this is gonna get a little ugly. And we kind of really just came down into Tuesday's low. So we hit the well, at least for pre-market, but we hit the pretty much low of that and then just went insane for the last, I don't know, what was it? 20 minutes of the day, realistically. Go back a little bit more, maybe about the last hour of the day. We just went absolutely insane. I was looking at wave counts just to see how this one would play out today. Just kind of saying, okay, what would happen during the day after I think probably about the time I got off the mic yesterday. I was like, okay, I got to draw this line down. Right. So we had a little bit of almost some kind of pennant pattern. Usually those squeeze bullish. That type of move is a pretty rapid fire to the higher side. And then I thought it came in here. I was like, okay, that's bullish engulfing. That looks good. We got one more pullback, then we got this break, and then we almost had another little pennant pattern. So it took a minute, but we did run bullish. I think a lot of that was more of the squeeze side. I think there's a lot of people during this just kind of bleeding that was just starting to short, and then I think this was the result of a little bit of a short squeeze. So we'll see how today plays out. I'm still kind of in the buy the dip camp, but let's see for today how we want to play this one though, because we might want to play this one a little bit different. I think we are gapping down a little bit, so we will see. Let's see, daily chart. Yeah, interesting gap we got today. Interesting gap. I don't know, man. We still ended with VPOC yesterday lower than all the other days. That's a downtrending move. I mean, it clearly looks like a little bit of a flag, but we've still somehow closed not only above the VPOC from yesterday, but we also closed above all the other VPOCs too. So we still got now a little bit of safety net, a little bit of support, hopefully coming in at 455.29. We have another one at 454.96. We've got another one at 454.46. But where it's a gap and go to the bear side and still inside of Wednesday's candle. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this one plays out. I would think a little bit more bearish at open, but we have really good support below us. So that's going to make, I think, day trading probably a little bit to the tricky side. Let's check out the Qs, see if we can find anything different there. Qs were a little bit more weaker than the SPY was yesterday, at least pre-market. Today, we do have a little bit of a gap down, about a $1.20. We're inside the wick from yesterday. We got a bounce at 385.88, somewhere there, maybe 385.89, something like that. But in that range, that was the support from here. So that was a good spot to bounce. Now we've already retested that once. It is a retest gap. We do have VPOC from yesterday sitting at 386.69, and it's an inside day. With a whole heck of a lot of resistance right above us. So we got 389.40. I'll call it, 380, 389.21, 389.40, somewhere in that zone. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different VPOCs. It's gonna be tough to break out. It's gonna be tough to break out. Right now, it looks like we're just kind of consolidating sideways with maybe a little bit more pressure to the bear side for both SPY and Qs. TLT was a gap down yesterday, and then the markets did pull back. So let's see where we're at today. See if we can follow the TLT today. TLT inside day candle. We did already hit 1, 2 different supports. Those have already been touched. We can break those today. Inside candle. I'd probably actually look to go a little bit more. I'd probably actually lean a little bit more bearish today. Just with the different resistance on the Qs. SPY is tough because SPY, we got all the support below us. And then TLT, we do have support below us, but we've hit those already. Next stop on TLT probably takes us to about $90.83. And then after that, we go to $90.45. So we got a little bit of we got a little bit of a bearish feel today. I don't know how much we sell though with these supports coming in. Today's gonna be a tough day. I would probably say trade as little as possible today. Be very, very purposeful with your trades because this is a little bit of a chop zone that we're in. Let's see how Tesla is. And by the way, if you guys have tickers, throw those into the chat and we'll be able to take a look. But Tesla, after their Cybertruck day, gapping down, but also into a little bit of support as well. So realistically, this is also a retest gap. You're at support. This one might fade up higher. Actually, we're gapping a little bit. We'll have to see what this one opens. We still got 21 more minutes till the market opens, but we'll see how this one wants to open. Right now, that's a pretty bearish open. Still a retest gap. The one thing I would consider, what I would hope for in Tesla is we do get a little buying it open, and then I probably look to go short. It's a retest gap from this candle, but this is the more dominant candle of the entire pattern. So that was your breakout. A lot of people probably thinking that was your retest. Perfect retest into this hammer, and now we're just kind of gapping below everything. So I do think Tesla looks a little bit more to the weak side of everything. Probably coming down a lot of room on this one. It's 224. We might get stopped sooner. This is where the bulls came in first. So 226, even 226, we get about what is that? $9. We got $7 to the downside. And then if we go a little bit further, we got some more room. So a lot of room for Tesla to continue to fade. It's a short. I'm hoping we get some kind of green candle at open that we could go below because we have a little bit of a retest, and I don't know. It depends on when this one opens. Otherwise, if we do open, it looks like we gapped up a little bit, or if we just moved a little higher. Key area for me at least is about 233.16. So 233.20. If we open up above that, I wouldn't go short yet. As soon as we start breaking down, I think that would be the zone to short on Tesla. Lucian says INTC and Netflix. INTC not too crazy. It is a bearish gap to go. That's a big volume candle that came in on November 16th. We are pushing into, we had some kind of consolidation here. Let me see if I can get that pen thing. We had a little bit of a bull flag here. This could be a good retest spot right in there with some good support right about there. I would be leaning a little bit short. The problem is targets on this one. 40, about 43.82. I think if Tesla breaks down, Tesla has more range on it than I think than Intel does. Intel does have, we're pretty far extended though. Pretty pretty far extended in the bullish direction off of those moving averages. We definitely have room to come down if we could break through that. I think that's gonna be a good support though for today. So that's the one thing I would look for is or at least to watch out for. Obviously, anything could happen. We could break through that. If we do, next target probably down to 42.87 gives us a little bit more room, $2. Tesla would be kind of almost free fall, just in terms of ranges on things. Let's see, Netflix and FLX. Netflix with a little bit gap down. Technically a retest gap from yesterday as well. Obviously, pretty far extended. Lots and lots of room on this one. Netflix has a lot of room to go down. So I think first target would be about 464. We'll call it 465, but that's still about $5.50 from open from right now, at least to the downside. Not seeing any crazy volume candles that we have to worry about. So yeah, I do think we have a little more continuation down on Netflix. This would also be another one. Let me adjust the chart real quick. Let me get Netflix up a little bit higher, and also Tesla. All right, we got Netflix, we got Tesla. We'll put the two of those on the list for now. Both of them have decent room. We can make some decent money with $5, $5 range into support. What's the news? Netflix, Viacom, 18 among streaming firms set to oppose India broadcasting bill source. All right, so a little bit of news on that one. Nothing too crazy. It's got some room to the downside. Let me see if there's any. We got Larkin. Good morning to you. We got AMD. We got Path, and we got Coin. All right, let's take a look at Path. PATH. Uh, doesn't look like we have any type of gap on this one. I think volume's a little bit low, so for day trading purpose, might be a little bit tougher. Yesterday was a retest gap. We got a little bit of bearish pressure on the market today, though, so that's going to make everything a little bit more tough to run. I don't know what the short float is on this one. Let's take a look. PATH. They got almost 9%. It's got some room, but it depends on where this thing opens. If this thing was, oh, hold on a second. Wait a minute. This one's gapping up. I didn't even see that. I was gonna say, if this one's gapping up. This got room to run. Uh-huh. First target would take me to about 23.77. After that, it's essentially gone. I got nothing really until $27. Almost $4 on it. Oh yeah, $5 on a $22 stock right now. This one I would not that I would expect it, but this one I wouldn't mind a pullback. I wouldn't go short this one. I wouldn't play this fade. It is a retest gap. I wouldn't really play that fade. Well, kind of a retest gap. Even that red candle was actually a retest itself, and now you're breaking up higher. That's a good move. All right, we're gonna throw this one up higher. What I would like to see though is some type of pullback at least a little bit before I try to attempt to take maybe a breakout bullish. It does have some room on it, but give me a slight little better setup. Get this one pretty up high on the list, and then we're just really playing into the short squeeze on it, which is 9%. That's not bad. All right, we'll get that on the list. We got AMD. That's fine. AMD, obviously, we're into a little bit of a longer term resistance. kind of moving like the rest of the market. So a slight little gap down, still inside yesterday's candle. Obviously, we did get a bounce somewhere about 119.66. And then I'm looking for a support. If we start to break down yesterday's low, the next target would be about 118.70. We're also gapping below yesterday's VPOC, so still a little bit of weakness. We got all those moving averages. The first real moving averages comes in about 117.54. We do have one VPOC down there too, so that would be probably my, I would say, extended target for today. Maybe we get to like 117.76. Otherwise, first target of this one would be about 118.70. So that gives us what, 30, about $1.50-ish. Yeah, I don't see AMD having a crazy day today, which is major, but this is definitely overextended. Definitely overextended. I feel like it probably has to pull back some kind of profit taking. I mean, this thing went from where? $93 all the way up to 122 with essentially zero pullbacks. This would be another one. See if we get. I'm hoping to get a green candle at open. I'm trying to figure out the best way to play it. Green candle at open, I think, and take a break would be the best. I think setup. Look at coin. Okay, COIN. That had a wild day yesterday. Wild day yesterday, and then you're gapping up on coin. Uh, Technically a gap and go. Nice little hammer. We're not breaking outside of that hammer, at least not for now. We still got what, 12 minutes to the open. Uh, big resistance somewhere around 127.97. So if we do get a push, we had a nice little high wave indecision. All not, I mean, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's tough to go bullish. I was looking at this one the other day, though. It was yesterday, 2 days ago. Zero volume in here. So it has room. This thing has room to fly. I think I think I had like 176 was target. I would love it on a pullback though. A little bit more of a pullback than just one red candle. Give me something down to like 105, 100, something in that range, and then start to pop. But we have plenty of room, nothing really stopping this thing. It just makes it very difficult when nothing gets bought up. I mean, if things just are flying from 71 to $120 in a matter of what, 2 weeks, it's very tough to go bullish. I still think bullish is the direction. I don't know if I can personally stomach it, to be honest, but it has lots of room. So if this thing pulls back, I would like to see it pull back a little bit deeper. Again, we're pretty far off of those moving averages, and then we do have some weak pressure coming in from the overall market as well. So maybe that can help, but coin's going to act really what Bitcoin's doing. So let's see. Bitcoin, crypto, 38K. 38K, and we did make a high. A little bit of a bull trap, but we got up to 38,873-ish. So crypto's on the move. That's going to help Coinbase. And then the question is this a bull trap or not? Bitcoin, at least on the daily, we're starting to run out of some volume areas, so can't really use that anymore. Weekly chart, where are we at? We have a little bit more support than we do resistance. Next stop on Bitcoin, I think we get to about 41.8. So Bitcoin has some room, and if we can start breaking that, the next real target gets us back to about 46.6. All right, that's gonna help coin out a lot. Yeah, I really don't want to short coin. Look for a spot to buy it because it's got some move on it. Let me see. We got Paramount Pictures. This time it's personal. Let's see the weekly charts. Gapping up on a weekly, gapping up on a daily. Yesterday was a retest candle. That looks like we got some more bullish momentum. Target on this one though. First initial target at least is $15.11. We can't do too much with that. The only thing is if we could break it, my real target in this would be about 1573. This makes it a little bit better. I would treat this as a retest. Pretty close to some type of resistance. The closer we could short this to 1508, I think we have probably a decent short float on Paramount. Paramount Apple is talking stream. Oh, partnership with Apple. I think they have a good short float. Let's see if I remember correctly. 14%. Yep. I would have to get a pullback first, though. I almost want to treat this as a retest gap. Because yesterday was a red candle, but it was a gap up retest itself, and then trying to find a spot though where I would be comfortable buying it. 1458. Again, the range is tough on it. That's a good short float. I'm definitely going to put power on the list, and we're going to move it up higher. Paramount Global streaming with Apple. That's a great headline for him. Well, worst case, I don't know what that deal looks like though. How much money is Apple taking from him? Let's get it all the way up to the top. Go. There we go. Yep. Let's see if we get a pull back on that one first. I'm going to act as a retest on that one. At least that's what I want to see. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. All right. Let me see if I missed any others. Jenny's in the house. What's up, Jenny? ALT and then Nexi. You guys are throwing some wild cards at me. ALT. So this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I usually don't trade things that are like I don't even know how this one qualifies. I don't trade things under $5 really. It's probably gonna have light volume, I would assume. You got a very good short float on it, so that's nice. But with the gap, it's no longer It's no longer under $5. We're opening above it. We have one. I would say we have two spots of resistance. Anytime we get to a gap, so if we get to the top of the gap, which would be about 681, like everybody's looking for this gap to close. Usually, once you hit the top of that gap, you pull back first. Some people are going to front run it, just knowing that, like, all right, knowing that people are going to look to take profits there. So that would be my bigger target for today, 689. Still gives us $1, which on a $5 stock at this point, at least, that's not bad. That's a pretty good return. Otherwise, I got one more little resistance, and that's at 598. So that would be a tough one. If I think I get rejected there, I really can't play it bullish. If I think we get that break, there's enough room in this one on a $5 stock. Just be careful with volume, though. That would be the only thing. Volume could be a little tough on this one. What I got? 5 minutes left. NEXI. And for you guys that are unfamiliar with volume, when I say that, what I mean is liquidity wise, right? So liquidity could be tough. It's going to be tougher to get in at your exact entry, tougher to get out. If you do have a market stop on something, there's going to be slippage, and you might end up risking a little bit more than you are. Nexi would be the same thing, light volume, nothing too crazy with volume. I don't know why this is up. This is, whew. This is a major gap. Investors look ahead to Powell's speech as U.S. future. Yeah, I think we have Jerome Powell at what 11 a.m. today, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. This is the exact question I am asking myself. What is going on? Neximmune, is this biotech? This looks like a biotech gap if I've ever seen one. The stock is declining on a downtrend. Yeah, but this one came out November 6th, so this is an old article. I'm not sure why this is moving, but this looks. Is this biotech? $2.48, and then yeah, it's only a 345% gap. Why didn't I buy that one yesterday at close? Dang it. But yeah, it's gonna be light volume. Again, I'm not sure why the gap. I'm not really seeing any news on this thing. But let me see if I can find it real quick. Share skyrocketed, adding to 44% gain. I don't know. That's not even news. It's just telling me what's going on. It's probably most likely. I think probably sell the news if this thing is biotech and this is a gap on some kind of news. I just don't see what the news is. That would look like it was a stock split, 1-25. That already happened. We sold a little bit after. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. That is one heck of a gap, though. A little too dangerous for me to play. Jay Linder says Ulta. Ulta's another one. It should have volume, but it will be spready though. Just be careful of the spread on it. Really good volume yesterday. Was that on earnings? So they did. It's a gap up on earnings. They beat earnings per share by 10 cents, so 2.15%. Surprise beat on rev, up 0.77%, 19 million extra. Really good gap. Again, I think this one is a little deceiving too. This one probably fades. Even though it's a red candle, I wouldn't really qualify it as a great gap and go because yesterday was also a gap up and just a little retest. You are at some resistance. If this one goes a little bit higher, my targets in this one probably about 484. So you still have some room to the higher side, but I mean, we're clearing a couple pivots on this one for sure. $50 gap. I wouldn't want to be the first one to short. I'd have to see if we could get some kind of double bottom break, something like that. But maybe we get some kind of run up first that gives us a little better risk reward. But essentially we got pretty decent risk reward now. If it does retest at all, $50 is a big gap. And again, even in this gap, I mean, I looked at this candle, but we ran up into this. It's probably going to be somebody that wants to take profits. Didn't look like the earnings just crushed it. I mean, it wasn't a 345% gap, but still pretty decent. Wow, we got 1 second left. That's wild. That is wild. Time flies. Everybody on YouTube, you guys are absolutely incredible. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. We do have Ulta moving up a little bit higher at the open. Is that going to be a good candle to short underneath? We probably have a little bit lower. I'm going to get to like 472.50. But not bad. I would like to see a candle on that one. Otherwise, everybody on YouTube, you guys are incredible. Appreciate you guys joining us each and every day. Hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you guys stay safe and have a good weekend. We'll catch you guys on